Hi crafty friends, Mary here. So I'm going to watercolor this really pretty stamped image, which is actually two stamps. I'm fanning through my little bin here with some new stamps that came in recently. I finally got my order from Impression Obsession, the order that I placed back in May, towards the end of May, right before they stopped selling their cling rubber stamps, cling mounted single rubber stamps. So I placed an order towards the very end of May, and I knew it was going to take a while to get to my order since it was so far at the end of May, but I finally got it. And it took me a long time to settle on an order because at first I was just, my cart was insanely full, and I had to scale it way down because, you know, there's just, I could easily have bought everything in that store because everything is just incredible. Very talented artist, and obviously I just couldn't do it. And there will be other stamps, and I'm sure they themselves will probably down the line release some of those stamps or versions of those stamps in other format, clear. So I scaled it back quite a lot, and just settled on a few stamps that were more versatile and more kind of my style, and that I would get more, use from. So most of them are botanicals, and so I went with for this one card. This is going to be a slim card, so it measures 4 by 8, I believe. Yeah, 8. And I'm using watercolor paper, and this is just the Master Stutch. So it's Hobby Lobby's premium brand of watercolor paper, or yeah, just Hobby Lobby's. And then so what I did was I stamped it, and I stamped it with my go-to Ink on 3 Blackout Detail ink. It's waterproof, so I should not have any problems with that. And I stamped the container first, and this is, it doesn't have a name, and I usually go back into the website and write the name, but I don't even know if this is still on, if it's still listed on the website. I believe it's probably listed in my receipt, so I will go on to my receipt and write the name, but just in case, it's E as in Edward 8763, and it's a good size. It's a good size. It measures about 3.5 tall, so it's a good size. And then I used this one single rose, but I thought it was just very simple. This is D as in David 6323, and this one measures about 4.25. 4.25. And what I did was, once I stamped the bottle, and I stamped it 3 times because it's on watercolor paper, so definitely you have to get, I wanted a darker impression on the paper. Then I position the rose in a way that the ribbon on the rose right here would not touch the lip of the bottle, knowing that my stem would not extend all the way down. So I positioned it and angled it so that I knew that I was going to have to hand draw the stem and extend it down to the end of the bottle. And I did, and that was pretty easy. The way the stem is drawn, the way the the flower is drawn, it's very sketchy. So it's very easy to draw it in. And I used a fine line marker from the Paper Studio, also Hobby Lobby's brand. And they have a pack now that has, I believe it has 6 fine line markers in different size of thickness. And it goes from point 0.1. There's, yeah, it has 2.1s. Nope, not, I lied. It has 0.1, it goes from 0.1 to 1.0. So they 0.1, no, here, let's just try that again, Mary. Yeah. 0.05, 0.1, 0.0, 0.7, and one point. And then this is the brush one. The other one are not brush. So it's a good set, and they were all on sale, 50% off last week, so I picked those up. And I also picked up, where did I put it? I also picked up this set of glitter pens to try out, and I like them. I like them a lot. And they're a really good starting price point to begin with. They're only $6.99, and they were on sale for 50% off. So that was another good deal. So I picked those up to try. Because the last set of glitter markers that or pens that I had were running out. Okay, so this panel took two of these, this one and this one. So I'm gonna put these into my little bin with my new stamps, and I'm gonna start watercoloring it. Let me do some Hi, crafty friends. I finished the card. Kind of different, but I kind of like it. Part of me feels like something's missing, but I think it's done too. I don't know. Um, okay, so I had the panel done and colored, watercolored. Then what I did was I took this frame die from Penny Black. This it's called ornamentally framed. It's an older one, and I stamped it onto vellum with Stays On ink, and then I cut around it, fussy cut around it, and then I put some of the skinny foam, double-sided foam, on the little on this part of here, so you really can't see it. You really can't see it. To pop it up, but before I actually stuck it down, I took a background die. I used this. I was looking for like handwriting text, but I couldn't find any. I actually have one on order from I can't remember where. Oh, it's this Top Gun. No, not Top Gun. Top Flight stamps that I ordered just this past weekend. But this is a music note background stamps that I've had in my stash for a long time, and it's by Stamp Abilities, and it's from 2005, and it's called Composer's Dream. So I used that, at least a portion of it. I kind of masked, kind of just using regular typing paper and some post-it notes. I kind of created a little mask over here, or a little section, because I only wanted music notes to show up behind in this little frame opening. So, and then what I did was I just used my regular black ink on 3 ink and stamped it off on the typing paper ones, or not the typing paper, but the printer paper ones, and then inked it here. So it was second generation stamping, because I didn't want it to be like really pronounced. I wanted it to be a little bit more subdued. You could get the same look probably with using something other than black, maybe a gray. But the gray I have, London Fog by Memento, is actually too light. It wouldn't show up as dark as this. It's probably third generation. That's how about. So it's one intensity wise is probably one shade lighter. And so then after that I mounted it. I mounted the frame, and oh no! After that, before mounting the frame, I did the splashes of color. I wanted red within here and black outside of here, so I kind of hid this portion and did the black, and I used my watercolor paints for that. And I used my big paintbrush because the size of your splashes really are in proportion to the size of the paintbrush that you use. And then over here I did a few red. And then after that I went ahead and mounted and stuck down the frame. And then once that was down, I added some stickles. I added some diamond stickles to the bottle and to the rose and the ribbon, and added a couple of pre-made enamel dots. And that's it. My card is already mounted. I don't have any sentiment on the inside, but This would make a really pretty thinking of you card, or happy birthday, really anything. It's like I said, it's kind of a different card, but the frame kind of brings the eye over here to the flower, so it gives more, more punch or more focus, more weight to the top of the flower, to the single rose. So it's really cute. I like it. I think it was a good card. I gravitate to purple, so that's why I added purple to the bottle. So instead of, initially I was just going to do blue to mimic water in the bottle, but then when I started adding purple, because I really just can't help myself from putting purple on a card, my bottle became a colored bottle as opposed to having colored water. So I hope that that's what it appears when people see it, but it is what it is. But I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. So this is the first card using the new supplies that I have from Purple, from not Purple Onion Designs, but Impression Accession. Once again, I use this really pretty tall slim rosebud, which is D as in David 6323, and this tall bottle that's E as in Edward 8763. And both of these stamps are by Alyssa Baker Designs. Very nice. So yeah, really, really excited about this. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.